one of the overarching themes of robotics is really, it's about problem solving. So I teach them this skill set that allows them to solve problems that they perhaps couldn't solve before. And it's been great in this sense because here's a new problem set, here's a new environment. Can you figure out a solution to it or a way to make things work, which is what engineering is all about.
I'm changing up the music on them, but what they're thinking about is how they contact the paper with their hands, with their feet, with other body parts, and by knocking into each other.
And a lot of people think computer programming is very cut and dry, but it's not. It can be elegant, it can be creative. You're trying to solve problems in a way that's efficient and that's meaningful, and it really stretches your brain.
My job is to do what I do with the kids and then combine and unite forces.
I want people to walk in with a real sense of curiosity. So our goal is to reward that curiosity.
I really enjoy writing code actually because of the way it's structured. Eventually this can translate to the code speaking with the brain of the robot, and that translates into the robot's motion. I would say the most challenging part is making the robot do exactly what we want it to.
When we were making our piece of artwork, it wasn't as much thinking about what we were going to put on the paper, but more about our dance and sort of letting our dance direct us through that process. So in that sense, it was really similar in the way that we both sort of subconsciously were able to produce art.
With robots, because of the limitations of the robot and of the code, it's usually just constant curves or constant lines. I tried to emulate what the dancers were doing as best I could by making my code so that it would tell the robot to move in random directions. Unfortunately, the robot isn't entirely capable of moving in the same fluid motion that a human is capable of.
It pushes them to think about dance in a way that's not just ethereal or in the moment, but that it lasts and that there's a way to document it that's not just on video, but that it has an afterlife in a different medium.
One thing that I'll definitely hold on to is one day when I came into the gallery and I saw the video of us playing, and I just like sat down and watched the whole 7 or 8 minutes of it, and I was very interested in seeing it from another dimension. And it made me realize how you can see something from so many different angles. So how I see the other dancers when I'm in the dance is so different than how the audience are seeing it versus a camera from above versus what's tracked on the paper. So they're all completely different ideas if you look at them each like one-on-one.
So much of what's going on the wall, I don't have control over, but that's the exciting part. And that's eventually what I'd like the school to come to realize, that this space can be a resource.